do the intro. No, I mean, up to you.
Yeah, well, you can go ahead because I accidentally hit the live, so we are live.
Oh, we are live.
Yeah.
Look at that. I'm gonna hop off until Ryan gets it put together.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Nobody's watching yet, so it doesn't matter.
Apparently. There we go. Are you ready now?
Are you ready, kids?
Got a good shot of my head.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stretch it out.
There we go. We're gonna try this again. Welcome back to the 2025 Tire Rack One Lap of America, presented by Grassroots Motorsport Magazine, with coverage brought to you by HP Tuners. Today you find us here at the beautiful Hedge Hollow Raceway. After yesterday's eventful day, let's just stick with that. It is blue skies, bright sunny day, and gorgeous, gorgeous track. Obviously, we were here for the first time last year. Drivers loved it so much, we had to come back again this year. The staff, wonderful here. The technology here, amazing. And just overall going to be a really great day. So we're going to do something a little bit different this year. So Brian's going to be up here calling the action, and I'm going to go down there to take care of stuff that I got to do. And we're going to interview some people as they go out, and we're going to chat back and forth. So hopefully it works. If it doesn't, pretend it did. But without further ado, there's Brian.
Bah humbug.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I know it's we're getting audio.
Well, I'm going to go down there and put the mic down, and let's see if that works.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you needed a record or anything.
So yeah, we're still probably a good 10 or so minutes before we start. Cars have not even begun lining up yet. Still getting EMS in place, and I'd say 10 or 15 minutes from getting started. So take your time, go get your coffee, go get your Danish. If you're at work, I'm sorry, but we'll be with you with live action here shortly.
No, I'm just saying for you.
Oh yeah.
I should make sure. Some days, like year to year, it's like everybody does it a little different. So where do you live?
Right.
I live in an armpit of South Carolina. Columbia.
Hey, Brian, does that reach? Do you see this working? Hey, look at that. This could actually work out well. We've done a thing.
We've done a thing, yep. What kind of thing, I don't know yet, but we've done a thing.
To be determined.
Yes. Well, I grew up on the coast, and then that's where I started high school and moved to the upstate of South Carolina. And then went to college in the upstate, and ended up in Columbia, I guess about 2000. From there ever since. I think I stuck there for about 4.5 more years until my wife retired from the station.
Will you stay in South Carolina or do you have?
No, we'll stay in South Carolina. We'll go to the upstate or go to Charleston. One of the two. We've got family in both.
South Carolina has ever been salt and air.
About an hour and 45 minutes from here. If we were at our family beach house, we're about 30 minutes from here.
That's where we went to Savannah too.
Yeah. Yeah, Tiger's cool. Well, Savannah's the whole kind of historic. Savannah and Charleston are like carbon copies, except Charleston's better. And there's a little track outside of Savannah that we do track every day. River Road. Track there.
Everybody knows how to operate 520, right?
This one used to have open beacon on it.
The good thing is everybody's.
I see.
I think they said it's.
It's hard to say because I remember when they started construction on it, but it just kind of all.
Is that the 15th?
I'm gonna say this year. Because like the first year, we didn't have any events.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's house is still in and I was a code class. 15 years. There's only 2 places to talk.
Well, I've done that first one. Well,
Mom's dad.
that might be.
Bootlegging.
Great, I didn't know that. You know what?
I mean,
Good.
it's sitting up there, it's probably the best thing to do.
Nope.
Therapy, track.
Nothing wrong with it.
Not saying that, but
Yep.
6:30.
He and two,
Maximizing your resources.
he and two of his brothers were all video games.
I actually have a stepdaughter who's a firefighter that she does come off of ACs. She wants 4096s.
A little bit of culture thing with him, back then.
Nice.
They had housekeepers. He's big into the gas system. All the other ones, one time on the side. Before that, you know, about the truck here started. He said, you know, what? I have no idea. Yeah, even if I did, I don't have a share.
Well, he and I dated and we got married, had kids, I had 2 kids. 10 years later, we're married, I'm married 10 years and she's.
I now like that. Sitting on the lane.
From Harrisonville, so you know the drive that. I don't know.
We stayed years ago.
Which hotel? Okay, good. Don't stay there.
Where would be a good place to put my
Other two.
No, we had to stay.
I know, I thought, okay,
Right
that's
there.
good.
Yeah, right there. That's
Is that okay?
Across from, the,
straight there.
Either that or if you want, you can also go with the little.
You guys want to do this, yeah.
yeah, I'm the one who makes that.
Saul and I were talking hotels over there. Because, you know, when you travel like we do, like I travel all something goes because you find some real high quality stuff. Show me the videos, movies, and one that he paid.
Oh, God, it cut me
I
apart.
love it!
Yeah, that
I
was,
went into one last year.
that was like 3 years ago.
I went in one last year in Monticello, Iowa. And I opened it on a fucking roadshow. I'm like,
It'll take longer.
I can do a lot of shit. Roaches is not one of them. I don't want that crap in my bag. I don't want to bring that stuff home, you know?
Well, what I do is,
So I went told Alibaba I needed a new room, and we got me a new room. And then they refused to compensate for said accommodations. So the hotel was from a nice little review. And the next morning, I was like, "Could you like, Baba's standing there. He need to remove review. He remove review. I said, no compensation, no remove review.
Yeah, it's like I have to do it with the state.
Yeah, welcome back to the
Travel
office.
for traffic and stuff. I was saving a point. It's like Saturday night.
There you go.
I was at Gateway yesterday.
If he falls all the way on the ground,
Saturday
then
night,
it's
we were at the,
We'll just take a picture. We'll take a picture. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, Solomon's room was underneath
He
the
told me.
hall.
And it was a wedding.
And he blamed me for it. I said, dude, I said, take one of the keys. And he said, no, you take one. I'm like, okay, so I did. I think he was mad because I
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's another summer and racing's going, so it can't be beat.
I know. I haven't been to one this year. I keep missing them. Well, like I have a tractor pull in Nebraska in March every year, so I missed that one.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna miss the one in 2 weeks because my son's graduating high school.
Oh, no.
So it's just this year the way the cards fell.
I didn't know what it was today because I come to get excited, I come out here and Scarman doing their thing. Like, oh.
Yeah,
I see all the
no,
cars,
I wasn't
it's gonna be a good
here.
day.
Nick sent me the dates, and the March one's both conflicted, and then that one in May is gonna conflict. So
It's a big one in May.
yeah, the 17th, 18th weekend.
Oh, that's one that we always just talked
Yeah,
about.
graduation. I've got graduation that weekend.
Who's gonna run the control?
I have no idea. Probably Steven and Nick.
Please tell me to be sure that you're here when you're
It's through the week, so like I said, I work from home, so my schedule is flexible, so I can.
Yep. Because so
Oh, that's
different
cool.
places around the country. So one that was picked out, we were thinking about doing pallet takings in here in the place.
Oh, that would work.
Because
I like the
it's
Triple Crown.
Yeah, it's like with the short ones.
Because you know you guys are tied in with Derby. Derby was just this weekend.
Yep. But yeah, we want to do really short ones where your longest transit may be like 3 hours.
And you might be able to get some people.
That's because a lot of people don't, commit to
Unless you're
it.
unless you're self-employed, if you're single. I mean, mine is not this way, but a lot are. I call they're gonna take a family vacation. They're not wanting to let you just go run, and they're not gonna want to accommodate in a car for a week. I think that's a great idea. You can get some new blood in the sport, which you can never have too much of that, in my opinion.
Careful with that. That's all I'm we're trying to
And you might find. And for parents, you might find different times of year works better. I mean,
well,
you
this,
just don't know.
this is always going to be.
The only problem with me is I live.
Okay.
Yes,
But going out here.
You can do this.
Then for instance, you might find that spring ones might be better for the 3 and 4 days versus the fall ones. You try it, you're just not gonna do it.
So we got a buddy
I just want to know if I had touchscreen on.
And it's been the worst. We've kind of been
So like to get in on this event, do you have to like register? Do you have to like, how does that?
yeah, well, like normally around September, registration.
And how many children?
We try to cap the bill at 55, but after the 87, this year the wait list was like
So something will happen is if you're a winner of one of those groups, you're guaranteed a spot.
well, what we're doing is
Go ahead, Brad. Sometimes, nah. Well, there's a couple of us that work at some of the shake their heads like maybe.
And wait till we get like really tired. Oh, the silliness is unbelievable.
Go ahead. Can we send 6? You have a heart attack? Well, we have an ambulance here, so we're good. I'm sure they can render aid if you need it. That's got a slight issue. If it's not fixed, I'll hold them here. We're not saying we'll wait for you.
I don't know, I think where we're at, I think,
Alex,
How's it going?
we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, but not, when you walk out the back door, right at the back of the door. But there should be some on the back.
All right, guys. Like we're just a couple minutes away. They're working on a little timing snafu, but should get that squared away here in just a minute. And we'll be sending the first 6 cars out. Today we're starting out with 6 per run group because this is such a big track. So I think we're probably less than 5 minutes before we have morning, Uncle Reg.
Girls, stay off. You go out there, stay out there, and watch the cars go slow sink in the mud.
So as you see, we've got cars posted up here, ready to rock and roll. As you see, Super K is there. So they got their diff seal problems from yesterday taken care of. Andy Smedgard at the wheel, followed by Andrew in the PGR Tesla, Nick Galata in the Goodyear Porsche, and can't tell, that looks like Mayfield in the Porsche Colorado Springs Porsche. We got Scott Robertson No, it's actually Shalil's going to be in the Porsche here, heading out. Just saw Chris out on grid. So next we got Scott Robertson in the Cardinal, and looks like Peter Lear is actually in the Super this morning, because I just saw DJ a minute ago. So we've got our first 6 out on track, and they are cycling around this very large facility, getting ready to start their morning session here from Hedge Hollow. I guess we're about 50 minutes south of Kansas City, for those of you who weren't here with us last year. Awesome facility out in the middle of nowhere, so I don't think this track's ever going to have any issues with neighbors complaining about the noise. I think the only complaints that you'll have are from the cows that are on the farms that surround the property. And here comes Andy in the Super K. So Andy was quite rapid with his recon lap, so now he's just got to sit and wait for the rest of the field to catch up. And there's Nick, Shalil, followed by Nick. So we've got 4 of our 6 cars on the grid. I think once we see Scott and Peter, we will be good to go. And there's Scott coming around the final corner, and followed up quickly by Peter. So we are just seconds away from getting ready to go here. Andrew on the taking a wide line there on the first corner in the Tesla. Nick in the Goodyear Porsche, putting the power down. I did notice on Super K a little bit of smoke from that area that diff seal went yesterday as he was going through the first corner. So we'll have to keep an eye on that over these next 3 laps. And now all 6 of our cars are out circulating the course. to do a total of 3 laps. Brian, the transits haven't been bad. Today's going to be the first big one that we leave here and head to NCM Motorsports Park in Bowling Green tonight. So that's going to be our first long one. The first 2 have been sub 300 miles, so they've been actually really easy. Reg, I think they actually put a diesel in it overnight, but yeah, it seemed to be rolling a little cold as it went through turn 1 there. So we're waiting on, and here comes Super K, finishing his first flying lap. I think I saw more dust there than smoke that time by. Brian, I think we're gonna. I think we got pretty decent weather for the rest of the week. We may even get the drag races in on Thursday. It's the first time that we've had the drag since 2019. Team Toyota starting their second lap, followed by Shalil. Scott beginning his second of 3 laps. And here comes Peter Lear in the Supra. I'll be seeing Andy here in the next few seconds. I hear some mad little engine off in the distance, powering this way. And right on cue, there is Super K, getting ready to start his third and final lap. Using a lot of that track surface. Here comes Andrew in the Tesla. Next up is Team Goodyear. It looks like Shalil is taking a little bite out of that gap. May have pulled a couple of seconds out of that gap over this past lap. And here comes Scott Robertson in the first of the 3 Cardinals. I think I saw on our One Lap Discord last night that all 3 Cardinals were on the road. I also want to give a really big shout out to Rob Fields. He helped out Team Toyota by loading the Supra up on his trailer, and is going to get the car to Bowling Green so Toyota PE Motorsports can pick the car up and get it back to the plant. And here comes Andy. Well, that's just the first car.
Right, but that was his third lap.
Yeah, that's the first car.
But
Yeah,
after
check it.
him. But I can go check her in front of him right now.
Yes.
That's
And
what I was gonna do. Follow him.
here comes Nick finishing his third lap. We'll see how close Shalil got. Getting out on the grass a little bit there. And we got Scott in the Cardinal and Peter in the Supra left to go. And that'll be our first run group for this morning. Here comes Scott. And Peter climbing that little knoll there to come out on the front stretch and take the checker.
I didn't even know it.
Then we got our next 6 ready to go. And Dan Neal should be sending them out here within the next few seconds. Once Dan gets notification from one of the corner workers back on the track, he'll start letting these guys out on their side-in lap. And now we got all the cars out on their sight-in lap. I don't know if I counted wrong in my head, but I think I saw 7 cars go out this time. We'll see here shortly. But for those of you that are just joining us, we are day 3 of the Tire Rack one. Sorry, let me start over. We are day 3 of the 2025 Tire Rack One Lap of America, presented by Grassroots Motorsports Magazine. All of our media coverage this week brought to you by HP Tuners, and our media vehicle and staff vehicles this week for the event have been provided to us by Hyundai North America. So big shout out to everyone that helps make this event roll every year. We appreciate it, because without you we would be sitting at home probably doing not much. But like I said, this is day 3. We are at Hedge Hollow in Adrian, Missouri, and this is run group number 2 out on their side-end lap. Slowly getting up here to the start line. Chip's going to hold them there, and once we get everybody ready to go, he's going to send them off in a little bit of a gap, so they shouldn't pass each other. It makes it safe for the entire session, as long as they can keep that gap going. We do have passes sometimes, especially on some of the smaller tracks. We had several passes yesterday at Gateway, but maybe later in the day with some of the later groups, we may see a pass or 2 here. And if anybody wants some free sunglasses, come on down. Solomon's got a whole bunch of them. So if you're here in the paddock watching the live stream, come down to Pit Out. Solomon's got some sunglasses, courtesy of the Tire Rack. Corvette down and away. Tim and his Corvette headed on his first laps. And I think we got Monique in the car this morning in the Forsyth Supra. We got the first of the 3 Smoko cars taking off this morning. Looks like the E-Ray is in the next group, and the third of the Smoko cars, I think, is a couple of groups back from there. But everybody out circulating the track on their first of 3 laps. Hey, Solomon. Can everybody hear Solomon this morning? I see you coming up on the meter, so.
Let's see how far this can go.
Well, let's see. So we're trying a little science experiment this morning. See how far this microphone will reach. No one can hear you, even though you are showing up on the meter, but Valente just said he can't hear you. But I don't know whether or not to believe him. Boosted says the mic is feeding into me, but it doesn't seem like it's going into the string. Yeah. We can. In the big pocket on my backpack, it's in that small blue zip bag. So guys, we're gonna try a little change over here and switch some mics up. I think maybe this DJI box, when it decided to separate itself from the phone yesterday and hit the ground, it may have caused a little bit more damage than just breaking the glass on the front. So I've got a spare one, so we're going to try to switch over to that and see what happens. Yeah, Boosted, yesterday for some reason it got switched over to mono, and that's why we were unable to get both mics working at the same time. But that was, like I said, that was post dropping the receiver. So we're gonna try to remedy this quickly. Because I know everybody would rather hear Solomon's dulcet tones than my moronic southern drawl. So bear with us just a minute, and we'll be right back. We're going to try to swap some things out real quick.
Test 1, test 2. Test 1, test 2. Okay, this one's working. I have to link it. Test 1, test 2. Test 2, test 2. Okay, so right now it's just on right.
Well, that one's not paired yet.
It should be right out of the box. Test, test. Test.
Yep. Okay, I think we're slowly getting things figured out. Okay, how about now, guys? So you'll be able to see live Solomon doing his intro for one of the videos coming up.
I thought I was going to go a different way with it.
Yeah. A little behind the scenes action here.
Where's my fluffer?
He's behind that camera. Red Rocket was taking a good bit of gap out of Scott O'Donoghue's Porsche.
Welcome back to the 2025 Tire Rack One Lap of America, presented by Grassroots Motorsport Magazine, with coverage this year brought to you by HP Tuners. Today you find us here at Hedge Hollow Raceway. This is an amazing facility we went to first last year. No less beautiful this year. A whole lot of great facilities, a whole lot of great staff, and excited to be here. Cars are already circulating on track. Today, dedicated track day. Obviously yesterday. Safe, phenomenal job today. Today's really the first long transit of the event. After we wrap up here, we're going to head up to Bowling Green, Kentucky, to the National Corvette Museum Motorsport Park, and that's where we'll bring you coverage from tomorrow. But for today, enjoy the beautiful sights and sounds here at Hedge Hollow Raceway. Thanks for watching.
Do you want to talk about something, or would you just keep doing what you're doing and not really bother me?
Yeah, I think that most people
I mean, it's more work. I mean,
it's not so much it's
I mean, for me, like, if I would do
yes.
at some point, you
Look at the E-Ray taking the checkered flag, finishing up their morning session. know, it's funny. Technology is a fickle little foe. Back when Solomon and I started doing a lot of the media stuff, we would carry bags and bags of camera equipment, and everything seemed to work great. But now we carry minimalistic items that all have to pair and do whatever electrically, and we have so much issues with it.
Slide again, hanging it out.
Oh, that's Mike.
That's Mike.
Yep.
Scotty clenching every time Mike does that because
But
he knows
there's
they
a
won't be
checkered
tires.
flag, so.
Oh, even better. I'm not rocking.
Hey, if you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, and you want to make love to a dude in a cape, I'm your guy. So we got our next group here. We got Rob Bowen in the Parks Farm Porsche, Kevin Welsh in his Porsche, JD, and then the first of the Lotuses. Looks like the last car in this group is going to be the HP Tuners Supra. I believe, pretty certain that Jake is at the wheel this morning, since Adam is standing right below me there. So in the next couple of minutes, once the cars filter around far enough on their cool down lap, Dan's gonna give them the okay to head out for their sight-in lap, and they will begin their 3 laps of fun here at Hedge Hollow. I think probably in the next 4 or 5 run groups that we may bump up to 7 cars per group. So we got an all clear. Kevin Welsh's Porsche there on the front fender. Instead of saying good year, it says, "Ooh yeah!" Makes me want to snap into a Slim Jim. JD getting ready to take off. And we got the first of the dad bod car mod cars. Oh, and it looks like we are going to 7 cars this run group. Because the Roush is heading out on track, piloted by the very loud one and only Randy Post. So everybody's out circulating on their sight-in lap. And in about 4 minutes or so, we will be under green again. Yeah, it's my fidget spinner. But it does get used a lot. So a lot of you probably remember seeing the control room last year when we were here. But for those of you that did not, let me show you this. This is a full PTZ camera setup where they can see the entire track. They actually have digital boards for at each flag station. So if you have a corner station that does not have a corner worker, by using the PTZ cameras, they can actually display a flag at each corner. So apparently you're going to be on a little bit of a hold because a car dropped something out on track on its outlap, and they're going to go and retrieve it real quick before we get underway. But as you can see, the track map there, and they're showing yellow on all the boards.
Copy, Brockton route to get it.
10-4, thank you.
And it's all controlled by a little joystick and a mouse. It's a little behind the scenes. You don't get to see it every track. But the people here at Hedge Hollow are super cool and pretty much giving us all access. It's even got the weather report. We're 66 degrees, few clouds. Looks like a north wind at about 6 miles an hour. And of course, today is May 5th, so happy Cinco de Mayo wherever you're at. Yeah, the track staff was telling us that even though they are very rural, that their local electric co-op just installed fiber internet out here, so we're able to get really good internet signal out here this year, thanks to that. Everywhere else, we've been using a great little Verizon jetpack, courtesy of Eric Call at Verizon. Second year that he's provided us with that jetpack that's made it easy for us to bring you all the action every day without any sort of buffering or technological oopsies. So I think we are probably just about ready to go back to green and get this run group of 7 cars circulating the track. Controls just awaiting the go-ahead. All right, so we are ready to go. Looks like we had Kevin and Rob flip-flop positions for the start. Rob through turn 1 cleanly. Lotus number 1 from the Dad Bod Car Mod conglomerate down and away. Jake on his way in the HP Tuner Supra. Taking off into stage 3 Roush Mustang.
You're all 3, right?
2.
So we got everybody moving around track now on their first of 3 laps. And here comes Kevin. Finishing up lap number 1. Followed by Rob Bowen in the Parks Farm Porsche. Looks like he's pulled a little out of that gap to Kevin that they started with. JD using most of the pavement there in turn one. Jake finishing up lap one. And it looks like Randy has pulled a little bit of that gap. Quickly getting the power down on that Roush at the exit of turn one. Everybody's out on their second lap, and we should be seeing Kevin within the next few seconds to complete his second lap. Like the gap this lap has remained the same between Kevin and Rob. All right, Rob has increased the gap to JD by a little bit over the last lap. JD, of course, not using as much of the track this time as he did last lap, which has tightened up the gap to the Lotus. That very obscenely raked rear wing. He's got all the downforce in that one. We may have a pass on this last lap. Jake is pretty quickly, but Randy is also tightening up that gap to the HP Tuners Supra. But we'll see when they get back around on their final lap. So here comes Kevin. Kevin Welsh finishing lap number 3 and his morning run. Looks like he may have added about a second to that gap between him and Rob. Much wider gap between Rob and JD on that third lap. And it looks like the gap between JD and the Lotus remained the same on that final lap. Now we're going to see if the HP Tuners Supra did make that pass on the final lap. I didn't hear anything over radio about a pass being made, but we'll see here in just a few seconds. I hear cars approaching. And Jake did get around the Porsche there at the end. And Randy even further tightened up that gap, almost to the same, all three cars on the same straightaway, that final lap. So the battle there at the back of this run group was pretty tight. Come over here and see who our next group is. I think I saw Mark John at the... Yep. Mark John at the front of this run group, followed by the Kentucky boys. I got Boy Gray in his BMW. And we got the BF Goodrich Honda Civic Type R. Not sure if Ed or Ross is driving this morning. And behind him, got Scott Mattis in the one lap purple People Eater. And then the other two cars, we got Team Rumspringa, Eric Scheimer and Ben Schott. Not sure who's driving this morning. And then the second of the Cardinal Conclave, will be the final car in this run group. So we got a clear track. Notification from the corner workers. So Mark John's already out. There goes Kentucky boys. Boy right behind him. And it is Ed Gliss behind the wheel of the BF Goodrich Honda Civic Type R, running those new BF Goodrich Phenoms. If you want to learn more about that tire, check out our pre-event interview with the guys from BF Goodrich. Very interesting tire that's probably going to turn some heads in the ultra high performance tire market. Had a great interview with those guys, had a lot of fun. We got Team Rumspringa, and then the second of the Fields Auto Works Cardinals headed out. And that will complete the field for this run group. Our next run group, we're going to have Mark Matthijs in the Mahogany Ridge Racing BMW M4 Comp. We got Andy Hollis in the Hyundai Ioniq. We got the Iowa one lap Z06 with Ryan Whalen at the wheel. And after him, we got the Killer Whale Racing Camaro, James Hodges. The Toyota 86 from PE Motorsports. Not sure if Shree or Kevin's going to be behind the wheel this morning. And then the 86 with Brian Maskery at the wheel. So the run groups are actually going by pretty quickly when we can run 6 and 7 cars. Ryan Finch waving to the crowd this morning. Ryan, a multiple time one lapper. Starting the stage up here at start finish. Our first John's already in place with Bowie. Then we got Ed. Solomon and Brock just speaking with Ross Bentley, seeing if they could get some free speed secrets. Ross Bentley, of course, co-driving with Ed Gliss of BF Goodrich this year. And if you are a aspiring track day driver or amateur motorsports guy, or even sim racer, check out Ross Bentley's Speed Secrets. He's got a great deal of things and a lot of great lessons that'll get in. Louis taking off in his little. We just had a first little stream hiccup there. Must have got into a dead zone for a second. There goes Scott Mattis. After witnessing, you may have missed it, the burnout of the day with King Rumspringa taking off. Looks like Ben is at the wheel because Eric's right down there talking to Blake from Triple R Motorsport Ranch. Debris on track. The corner workers reported it. Controls taking a look at it. Couldn't tell.
Huh?
Well, I couldn't tell what it was, but it was a big piece, and now it's a bunch of little pieces.
Wow. Oh, that makes it easier.
Because somebody else hit it.
All right. Makes it easier.
Yep.
Where's the stairs? I forgot. We're on the other side. Backside.
Backside?
I'll be up.
Okay. Here goes a Cardinal. We're going to come in here in a minute because Brock's on his way up and Nick's going to be in trouble. Here comes Mark John. Started his final lap. Kentucky boys. Starting lap number 3, here comes Bowie Gray. Pitching that car sideways a little bit, letting the tires sing. Ed Gliss in the BF Goodrich Type R. Keeping it nice and tidy through there. Comes Scott Mack. And the Purple People Eater Mach 1 Mustang. Ben Schott in the Team Rumspringa. I keep missing the chats because they don't stay up on the screen. So if I don't see it, I'm not ignoring you. Once I read it, I will get to you. Cardinal number 2 starting lap number 3. And here comes Mark John taking the checkered. Finishing their morning session here at Hedge Hollow. And the Kentucky boys, looks like they may have almost looped it, got it back under control. Take the checkered.
That's the worst turn for them.
Yep. Boy, almost catching up with the Kentucky boys.
But it's a check flag.
But I'm saying he almost caught up to the Kentucky boys. And here comes Ross Bentley's newest student, Ed Gliss.
Hey, Ross.
Dan.
When you're done, you come up here and talk to Nick. Show me the manager here. Okay. When you're done. Okay, no hurry.
Everybody's friendly. Yeah, Hollis. Hi, Mark. Tice. Profile tires and big wheels. This isn't a good combination.
It's kind of like that big Grand Wagoneer we saw on the side of the interstate. With
Exactly, with the
two
Lexani
flat
wheels.
tires.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It looks, but it looks good parked because it's all about its doing. So what Andy's trying to do is swap them around to try and figure out which wheel is bent and how bad it is. And he's just doing his tire magic.
Andy doing Andy things.
And he's right there. You can just shout at him. It's lovely up here.
Yep.
It's hot up there. Kind of looks like it's staging for drag racing the way that they've done the
Yes, it does. It actually does.
the tar, the sealant.
So we're just waiting on the all clear from the
debris.
corner workers to Dan. They have to pick up a little bit of debris.
Oh, that debris. Man, are you thirsty? Do you have water up here?
I got something.
Okay. Hey, Mark, you're going the wrong way. Back up really hard.
Harder than that.
Venom to race control, 32, last card, just passed, headed to pick up debris now.
So that was fun driving on track with Brock in the
Control to
Palisade,
Venom.
holding all the luggage in one spot, unsuccessfully, for a majority of the lap there.
It's kind of like you
You're
driving
good
an
to go get that
X5 on
debris.
the Blue Ridge
We'll
Parkway.
I know nothing of what you're speaking about.
There is video.
Sounds good.
So they're gonna got a corner worker out there to pick up the debris, and they will get that cleaned up real quick. And then we've got our next group going out. We got Mark Matthijs in the Mahogany Ridge M4, Andy Hollis in the GRM Hyundai. We got Ryan Whalen in the Iowa Z06, James Hodges in the Killer Whale Racing Camaro. Looks like Shree is in the Toyota PE86, and then Brian Maskey in his 86. So those guys will be out on track here shortly. Yeah, Dean, looks like Danny will be in, of course, Bowie just came off a track, and Danny will be not in this next run group unless they, just heard them, they're wanting to bump up to a few more cars. But if he's not out in this group, he will be out in the next group, probably either second or third off. So the corner worker should be about Excuse me. Sorry. Got the sneezes this morning. Pollen's just hitting here in Missouri, so I'm getting to deal with it a second time. Corner workers should just about be done cleaning up the debris left from one of the cars in the last run group. So we're probably just a few short minutes away from getting back out on track.
Go on, Mark. See ya.
Oh, we got Mark Mattice headed out. Followed closely by Andy Hollis. Ryan Whalen. James Hodges. Got Shree headed out in the Toyota PE Motorsports.
Give me a waiver from the Chase police.
David Carr in the Daytona. So we've bumped up 2 more cars, so now we're going to have 9 on track. So next run group, we're going to have Danny Corliss, the final of the 3 Cardinals, Jim Bob, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it looks like probably the last car in the next run group will be Chad Lowers in his Mercedes Grocery Getter. Right in front of him will be the Camry from Toyota PE Motorsports. In front of him is going to Eric Ramirez, or as we all know him and love him, Grosper, in his new Mr. Jorts C8. Mark Thompson in the GT500. We got the second of the Hart Racing Acuras. So everybody's out on track right now, getting their side-in laps done.
I know it hurt. It really hurt. When she was like, here's David's, here's yours. It's on my back. You know. You do what? Did she say I prefer nipple? I swear that's what she said.
Get out there, take your picture. No, you're welcome. Thank you. Listen, you move Mark Jack. Let's go out here.
If I was a Porsche Jack, I was before they hired me away, and I still don't know how they did it. They made it happen. I was with Porsche for 5 years. Pardon? No.
You could do a Legend of Kickapoo, then we'll let you up here.
I've been trying.
What did you say on the way?
I had 30 in. With David in the truck. Oh, yeah, you said both. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I don't think you've ever, nice to meet you again. I mean, we talked. But yeah, we haven't met. This place, when we were, I had no idea. Nobody else. I had no idea. Like, we're coming out here and I'm like, okay, it's either backyard go-kart tracks or this. It was so bad. Exactly. I didn't think there'd be anything in between. So this is what George Barlow wanted to build, but ended up opening up to the world.
Yeah, but this guy found out that you need to exercise the track to keep it from breaking down. And Barlow really should have built a pedestrian path for the hills. That's what he should
I feel very fortunate that I got to spend the time that I did with Porsche out there. And I love driving it, but you're not wrong. You're dead right.
Mark Matite's away in the M4. Hodges away in the Killer Whale Camaro. Shree being noisy as always in the 8.6. Brian taking off in his 8.6. David Carr in the Charger Daytona. I think he forgot to turn the speakers on when he left. Quite large. Hedge Hollow Raceway here in, this is day 3 of the 2025 Tire Rack One Lap of America presented by Grassroots Motorsports Magazine, with all the media coverage this week presented by HP Tuners. Thank you so much to HP Tuners for helping us provide all this coverage for you this week. So we are here today for 2 sessions. We'll finish up this morning session and then have a little bit of lunch and start the afternoon session. And then get on the road to National Corvette Museum Motorsports Park tomorrow for 2 more run groups. Andy finishing up his first lap. Here comes Ryan Whalen. Co-driving again this year with his dad, Pat. Here comes Hodges. For not being in the car for quite a few months. After having to spend about 9 months over in Africa on military duty with the United States Air Force, Hodges reconnecting to the car. It looks like he's reconnecting pretty well. Here comes Brian finishing up his first lap. Reg, I'll ask him, but I think you know what the answer is.
This is lap 3. That was lap, go get lap. So, okay, so the person may not get it.
Our second one, especially on tracks.
That's as good as it gets.
There's nothing that runs out of battery. It runs out of we've got a really
Yeah, I heard that.
it's an interesting challenge for sure. Well, the original test.
Here comes Mark finishing up his second lap. The start of his third. Hustling that big, fat, heavy BMW through turn 1 quite well. Had the privilege of riding around Watkins with him last October in that car. Mark's got thousands of laps at Watkins and knows that track very, very well. And even with 2 big boys in a big car, he shuffled that M4 around Watkins quite well. My only complaint is that the passenger seat in that M4 needs just a little more bolstering, because a couple more laps and I may have slid out of my seatbelt and into Mark's lap in that car. But what a hell of a ride, and Mark, very capable driver at Watkins. Here comes Shree in his Toyota 86. Beginning his third and final lap here this morning. There's Brian in his 86, starting lap number 3. And the Porsche has gotten by David.
That was not checkered?
No. They're on their third lap now.
Okay. Is the food truck open?
Brocker was, I think he was a lap ahead in his brain. He thought that was checker, but nope. But we ought to see the checker unveiled here. Yep, right on time. Here comes Mark Matthijs in that M4, completing his morning session here. Andy Hollis with Ryan Whalen right on his tail. Here comes Hodges in the Killer Whale Camaro. And exit. Looks like he opened a little bit of a gap to Brian in the other 86. Should be seeing him. Yep, there he is right there, starting to climb the hill. Come and take the checkered flag. Just waiting on David in the Daytona, and here he comes, climbing up the hill. And that concludes this run group. right, guys, back with you. Had to take care of some couple things. Pollen here is pretty intense today, so I apologize for the sniffles and the sneezes and what have yous. We had already had our first batch of pollen in South Carolina in late March. Prosper away in the Mississippi 8. Rounding out the field, the Camry from PE Motorsports. We love the Toyota Motorsports team. They've been with us so we have cars out on once again.